stretch, pressed, skrez, krek. Stretch, pressed, Ahojte, vitajte na mojom YouTube kanali, volám sa Kim, som Filipan žijúci na Slovensku. Yes, that is a legit Slovak phrase I just nailed. Or maybe not, I don't know. But it means, hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Kim and I am a Filipina living in Slovakia. Alright, so this video is about the progress I have made with my Slovak language in my 1 year living here in Slovakia. But before I do that, I just want to say my apologies for being absent in my YouTube channel for a very long time. It has been a crazy year for us. A lot of things have happened, bad things and good things. Good thing, I have a full-time job now. Bad thing, the virus and the lockdowns happened. And another good thing is that we bought land with an old house in it, and we are going to start our own homestead for ourselves. So there's gonna be a lot of things going to happen in the next years, and we're going to keep you updated with that. So from now on, I'm going to try my best to keep you updated of my life here in Slovakia. So don't forget to subscribe on my channel and hit that notification bell button below so that you will be notified whenever I upload a new videos. Okay, so back to the Slovak language. I just want to say that I'm not really super proud of my progress with my Slovak language, and I'm pretty sure that my mother-in-law is disappointed in me as well, because up until now I could not hold a decent conversation with her without using hand signals and body language, which I know is a big shame, but hey, I'm trying my best. But now, let me show you what are the 10 things that I have learned so far about the Slovak language. So the first thing that I have learned are the days in a week. To master the 7 days, I needed to repeat it over and over again in my head and say it over and over again so that I will remember it until I sounded like a robot. Yeah, my husband told me that. Okay, so let's start. Monday is Ponjilok. Tuesday is Utorok. Wednesday is Streda. Thursday is Štvrtok. Štvrtok. Thursday is a really tricky one because there is only one vowel in this word. Well, that is how complicated the Slovak words is. Sometimes they don't even have a vowel in a word, but they could pronounce it. I don't know how. It's like a tongue twister. For example, I'll give you an example. There is a tongue twister in Slovak and in Czech that they say it like this. Stretch, press, stretch, press, skrik, skrik. Stretch, pressed, skrez, krek. Stretch, pressed, skriž, krik. Well, guys, it's really difficult, but the meaning of it is stick your finger into your tongue. Alright, to continue, Friday is piatok, Saturday is sobota, Sunday is niedziela, weekend is weekend, and weekdays is Tuesday. Alright, that is the 7 days of the week. Now let's go to the second one, counting 1 to 10. I know, why up until 10 only, but beyond that is a struggle for me. Although there's a pattern, I always forget them. What can I do? But let me try. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, the third one is basic greetings. So in Slovakia, when you're greeting someone, it is important to know what is your relationship to that someone. Are you close? Like, is he a relative, a friend, or family? Or you have a formal relationship that he or she is your colleague, maybe a stranger you met in the street or a cashier in the shop. So it depends on how close you are to that person. So for example, I want to greet my husband, and so I would say to him, ahoy, ciao. Or if I want to be cute, I would say ciao ko. And if I would greet people that I know personally, for example, families or relatives or friends, I can say, ahoy che, ciao che. So it's just like a plural version of ahoy. Now, if you're going to greet a stranger or maybe a cashier in the shop, you can say the universal greeting in Slovakia, which is dobrý deň, which means good day. It doesn't matter what time of the day you say it, you can use it anytime. Also, you can say dobré ráno is for good morning, dobrý večer for good evening, and dobrú noc for good night if you're going to sleep already. Okay, so number 4 are the courtesy words that I used while shopping. One thing I like about Slovaks are they are really polite, even to strangers. So for example, you go into the shop, you have to greet the people there. So for example, a cashier is there, you saw her or him, you have to say dobrý deň. And if you're going out or you're leaving the shop, you have to say do videnia, ďakujem, means goodbye, thank you. Oh, and if you want to hand something, so for example, you want to give him or her the stuff that you want to buy, you can say Nech pachi sam. Alright, the 5th one, also related when I am shopping, is asking how much. This is something that I have learned in a hard way. I have said a lot of funny phrases to the vendor that I don't know if they understand or no, but they were just laughing at me. So when you want to ask something, how much is it? You can say koľko to stojí? Koľko to stojí? Alright, number 6, meeting someone. So earlier, I talked about some of the greetings that you can say when you meet someone. And now I'm going to add what are the things or phrases that I say to start a small talk. For example, ako sa máš, which means how are you? And in Slovak, there are 3 ways to respond to that. So you can say mám sa dobre, which means I am good. And you can say mám sa výborne, which means I am very good. And you can say mám sa zle, which means I am bad, which is you really don't want to say because then you have to explain why you feel bad, which is if you are not an expert in Slovak language, you don't want to do because you're always lost for words. So I only stick with mám sa dobre. And also, I've learned how to say Teshima, which means like, it sounded like a Chinese phrase to me, but it means nice meeting you or nice to meet you. And then if you want to respond, you can say Amnya, which means you too. Alright, 7, commenting about the weather. I love the 4 seasons in Slovakia, and one thing that I say when I want to start also a small talk is commenting about the weather. And for example, slnko sviači, which means the sun is shining. Or I would say je krásne počasie, which means what a lovely weather. Number 8 is when strangers speak to me in Slovak. So I believe that this is like the most important phrase that proved very useful for me, especially in awkward situations wherein a stranger would approach me or ask me questions in Slovak and I just don't know how to respond. So I would say prosím, nerozumím po slovensky, ale hovorím anglicky, which means sorry, I don't understand Slovak, but I speak English. And most of the time, the response that I get is just like this. The famous Slovak hand gesture. I think it's a sign of disappointment, but I'm not sure. If you're Slovak and you're watching this, please let me know in the comment below what is that hand gesture means, if it's a disappointment or something else. I would really appreciate to know. Alright, number 9 is the phrase čo robíš I don't know if I really pronounce it correctly because there are a lot of things going on that phrase with those cupping and those slanting things on that they put on the top of the letter. So I'm not sure if I pronounce it correctly. Chorobish, chorobish, chorobish. But it means, what are you doing? It's really my favorite Slovak phrase currently because I just learned it, and I would always ask my husband and my mother-in-law that phrase, and then they would respond in Slovak, of course, and then I would not understand. So I would just say dobre. Alright, number 10, and also a favorite one of mine, is Nech nestalo, which means literally nothing happened. I am a very clumsy person, so this is very useful for me. For example, I'm doing something in the kitchen, I drop something, which always happens, and then my husband and also my mother-in-law will ask me, what happened? Co moja? In Slovakia, I always hear. And then I would say, or I would shout, Nech nestalo, which literally means nothing happened, I'm okay. So there you have it, guys. This is the farthest that my Slovak language can go. And you know, I mentioned already my favorite Slovak word is dobre, basically because I can get away from anything that they say they say or they ask me. So I can just respond dobre, 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 dobre. I'd say it's like the universal response that I can say that will make me sound like I really understand, but I don't. But it means good. Dobre, good, good. I hope that you like this video, and if you do, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell button below so that you'll be updated whenever I upload a new video about my life here in Slovakia. And if you're Slovak and you're watching this video, please leave me a comment down below of what you think about my Slovak language and how I pronounce the words and phrases. I would really appreciate any feedback coming from you guys. So thank you and see you again next time. Bye bye!